Okay, we are streaming. Hopefully, computer.
Yay!
Hopefully, internet doesn't cut out again.
It's gonna.
I don't have any solid state drives, but I will probably get them on my next upgrade through. But like last time I was upgrading my memory, I was like, or my storage, I was like, they were still too expensive at the time.
That's true. They've dropped a lot.
Oh yeah,
I've got a 500 gig solid state that I run my boot disk off of, plus a few memory intensive things, and then I've got a pair of 2 terabyte hard drives for storage.
Nice.
Yeah, I have.
Pair of 2 terabyte.
150 10,000 RPM hard drive that has my boot stuff, and then I have a 500 gigabyte hard drive that's a 10,000 RPM that have like games that I want to run fast.
Wow.
And then I have
Sorry.
a 800 gigabyte hard drive and a 5 terabyte hard drive.
I'm tempted to pick up one of the PCIe solid state drives that they're unveiling.
Ah, man. Yeah, they're really fast. I don't have any PCI slots available, though. Like, my graphics card and other shit is blocking them.
Yeah, I've got one available PCIe slot, but I also need a new motherboard sooner or later.
Yeah, like
nerds. Sorry, I've been listening
Shut
to
up.
Oh, you stupid nerds! Now let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, let's play a real Jocks game. Sorry, keep going. I was just playing, guys.
No, you shut us down. It's fine. We're done.
Says the man who helped me build my computer.
Yep. Says the man who had the skills to help build your computer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy you a 6-pack, Sarge, if you can come over and help. Okay, John.
Dude, I always need a second pair of hands.
Okay. Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, we will.
Alright, so finish. Everybody in roll 20?
Lexi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lexi's back.
That's
Hi,
not-
Lexi.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, seeing everybody. Sweet. So, is everybody ready? We all good? We streaming?
Yeah, we are up. We are streaming. We are streaking.
I mean, I'm not, but you do you, boo.
Ah, the breeze is so nice.
That's why you wear kilts.
Seriously, yeah.
Basically.
Good airflow.
Perhaps if the weather hadn't dropped like 20 degrees over the last 2 days.
See, that's good kilt weather, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I like my nethers to be quite warm. Thank you. I don't. All this dangling in the breeze nonsense.
That's why you wear
Oh, laddie, they're big enough to be warm all their own.
Oh, Jesus.
that's why you get a wool
Just
kilt.
gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Attended a wedding what was it? Lex, was it last weekend?
Last weekend,
Yeah.
yep.
All the groomsmen were in kilts and the whole regalia.
Yeah, I had that too. A couple weddings ago. A couple summers ago, I mean.
A couple weddings ago. Josh, how many times have you been married?
Are we doing this century?
95 degrees outside. The church had no AC, and the groomsmen were in wool kilts.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a swamp.
That's just a dang smell right there. Well,
That is, you burn the
Yeah.
kilts. You don't do anything with them.
we'll wait until Maddie gets back.
Did she leave?
Since her internet probably died
Oh,
or something along those lines. It happens infrequently.
yeah. Hopefully mine doesn't go again.
There she is.
Yay.
Sorry, my Discord became briefly demon possessed. On
Oh,
the
it's
plus
'cause-
side, I'm pretty sure I got a preview of Skrillex's next single.
Well, he did sign a deal with the devil, so...
Call 911 now. Wow.
Next
Alright,
it was
so-
like that, but with I was at a wedding.
That sounds like something Skrillex would do too. Oh, it's such a beautiful wedding.
Jeez, who invited that guy?
Yeah, right. The DJ is Skrillex. I'm not going. Not attending.
But the kids like him.
I'm gonna skip that reception.
Exactly.
There's an open bar. Well, I can wear earplugs.
Yeah, enough earplugs.
There you
would
go.
be worth it for the free food.
Yeah, seriously.
Free food, free
Free
booze.
booze,
That would
yeah.
be enough to deal with Skrillex.
Oh man, my hearing still hasn't recovered.
From yesterday?
What did you do yesterday?
I went to the Rise Against concert at the Nautica.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wait, where?
The Nautica.
Jacob's Pavilion.
Okay,
Jacob's
we
Pavilion
have
at
a Nautica museum down here that has events, so I'm like, what?
No, both.
Are you
here
all
and-
like seriously like right down the street and not telling me?
Surprise! Yeah, we all
Surprise.
up and moved.
Yep, we up and moved, didn't tell you, and we're just waiting on you to figure it out.
Damn it!
You know those times you thought you saw us out in public? Yeah, you totally did.
Oh my
That
God.
looks like Sarge.
Have you seen The Truman Show?
Don't mess with my head like that, man. Don't do it, man. I
No.
can't deal, man.
Josh, you don't have to worry about it. You're not that interesting.
Good.
Ooh.
Oh, this
Okay.
is why I like playing games with everybody.
Okay.
All right, enough on beat up on Josh. Let's beat up on actual things.
Like Josh in game, who's getting beat
Oh,
up
yeah.
by a spider.
I mean, that's true, actually.
And Bia.
Yay.
So last we left our intrepid heroes.
So
They were delving into the Undercity to try to find. Of course, I don't have my GM notes up. Why would that be a thing?
Philbus Gehotol, the lost prospector dwarf, who is also a machine user.
Thank you, Josh. What about
Notes.
you? Notes. I have mine too. I just didn't pick them up for some reason. There they are.
I had notes.
This was directly after the wake at the. Of course, I wrote the other one down, but
Tumbling
not this one.
Rock, hole in the
Tumbling
wall.
Rock.
No, hole in
Thank
the
you.
wall.
Was it hole? No, I thought it was Tumbling Rocks.
I think we called it Tumbling Rock,
Rock
but then we
Steady.
changed it. Rocks. What?
Rocksteady.
Really?
Okay.
And Bebop?
No, they play Bebop.
Oh, cool.
Oh Jesus.
So bad.
Okay, Rocksteady bar in the Undercity. Okay. So at the Rocksteady, there was a wake for the gentleman that you guys had found passed. In God damn it! I have it all here. I have it here. I just can't find it.
In Pytor.
No, Pietor was where the ashfall happened. You guys went to Jed Call.
Jed Call. Sorry.
The orchestrating city.
That's
Or
further
village.
down. Further
Yep.
down.
So the gentleman that you found there, you found out that he was the husband of a bowcrafter in the Undercity, Janeth Herdal, an Orcish woman. And upon breaking the news, she became nearly hysterical. But there was a wake held in the Tumbling Rocks that you guys participated in. It was a really cool RP session. I loved it. But directly afterward, Varus decided to guide you guys down to where he thought the last location of Philbus was. You guys managed to find the location. It's very off the beaten path. A lot of people have disappeared in this area previously, and it's just a dark, spoopy area. You were assaulted with the sounds of pickaxes on rock for the longest time, as well as some other strange noises you couldn't identify. And then you came into the cavern itself, where you were promptly assaulted by clockwork spiders, at least 2 of them.
Oh, it's like my Skyrim experience all over again.
With no, I did update your profile picture. I updated your token at least.
I don't see it. Let me refresh.
No, I'm not on the splash screen, but his actual token you did.
Oh,
Talking
the
about
splash,
the splash
screen.
screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's fine. That's fine. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
splash. Yep. No, it's updated on the splash screen too. It's all colorized. Oh no, it's not. It's the wrong picture. Never mind. I see it now. I
That's
saw
okay.
it colorized, and I'm like, oh no, that's totally him.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. We
I'll fix it.
don't worry about this
promise.
game. Don't worry about this game. Let's go.
I wasn't going to, Josh. We only have 3 hours. I'm not going to
Worry about this game.
Picture. Anyway, so you guys managed to get it. Othrix was promptly attacked by spiders, and rightly so, because he keeps trying to detract me.
I was checking to the left. All I was doing.
So Josh was assaulted by two clockwork spiders. One was promptly assaulted by Harris. The other Bia attempted to hit and then smacked Othrix upside the head with her pole.
Ow.
And that's where we lay now, at the top of the round, where the clockwork spider is going to attempt to bite Othrix again.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's right there.
Let me get my character sheet up.
Can I pop this out? I can pop it out. Nice. Gimme.
Not sure I want
I need an adult.
to. I am an adult.
I am the knight. Wait, does this actually have the... It should. What?
What?
Man, this battle's so intense.
I know. Well, it's intense for me. Oh, there it is. Okay. Jesus. It doesn't have the setup that it normally does. D20. All right, Josh, what is your... Nope, it's not going to hit. Never mind.
What is your...
Nope, never mind. So it's trying to scrabble around, but and crawl up your arm and bite in various places. There's just too much material at the moment, and there's a lot of movement going on as it basically simply tries to stay on your arm.
How big are these things? I'm sorry.
I would say probably about the size of your palm. So the thing actually covers up a good size of your forearm.
Oh, I had an image of a lot bigger things. Okay. But yay.
So if you splay your hand out, fingertips to palm, that's about how big it is.
Yeah. Okay.
The body, the legs are.
It is not a Dwemer spider from Skyrim.
That's what I was picturing. So.
Yeah, no, it's not like an actual like cave spider like you would normally encounter in D&D.
Okay.
You're a cave spider.
I'm a cave dweller. Fuck off. If you're gonna insult me, do it right.
No.
So that is them. Athalia, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Where was I going?
Well, you heard more skittering over here. And kind of a wheeze, sigh, and stomp.
Okay, I'll move there.
Oh, we're still hearing like a heavy rhythmic thump. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this the one I want everybody else to?
Ooh, spooky.
That's
but
good.
that's
I like that
all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Do you want to do a perception check?
Please.
Yeah.
Flee.
Well, the half elf's saving herself.
Go ahead.
You mean putting yourself in danger?
Tomato.
What is your low light vision rating?
Me?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
30, probably. That's average.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't remember ever looking at that.
I'll look it up.
30 bright, 30 dim.
Da-da-da.
Wait, don't I mean 60
Or
bright?
60.
Yeah,
Yeah,
60
60.
bright, 30 dim.
I'm sorry. I just derped hard trying to remember where my books were.
Mine is right behind me. Aha!
Okay, so you do hear the kind of soft sigh of the river that's in front of you. It's a small creek. You kind of see the light from Varus. Varus. You had cast light last time, right?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
4 little lights, basically one for each group, one for everyone else but me.
Okay, because you have
20.
dark vision.
Low light vision, see dark vision. That's
Okay. So you kind of hear the soft the soft babbling of the underground creek. You do continue to hear the heavier footsteps or whumps as they kind of approach you. With the glistening of the light behind you, you do see that the river is kind of shimmering underneath the water. You're not sure exactly what it is. but let me go ahead and make a, where's the character sheet? Stealth check.
Oh god, I'm not liking the skittering, the flapping bat noises in my headphones.
Oh, that's
Like
right.
the
Sarge
subtle
has music.
bass.
Yeah.
Like the subtle bass is like rumbly.
Yeah, I know. It's not fun. I have very good headphones, and I'm not enjoying this.
When I first started, I just heard the rumble. I was like, ah.
Brown note. What? Wow, look at those rolls.
Okay.
I don't like those rolls.
So, what you see, you're kind of looking around, and you hear not only there's a lot of skittering going around you, but through the darkness and on the ceilings of the caves, there's not enough light for you to pick anything out. But one in particular, it sounds like there was some sort of a misstep, or there was a like you just hear a lot more scrabbling out of nowhere, and you look over and you see another one. Trying to sneak up on you guys. Over here.
It is 60 feet.
Okay.
And of course, I used up my spell slot to get my spell back because I didn't have a full night's sleep. So
Okay.
I don't have that.
So for you, can you, John? Can you just hold your measurement from your token down to the south to 60 feet, please?
Okay. Bam.
Zoom that out then.
Okay, and then north.
Oh my god.
You're off the map. You're there.
Yeah, I am.
All right, and then to the you guys see the campfire there in the northeast, right?
Yeah.
See,
All right, toward that. All right.
60 feet on the nose.
Nice.
Like that. Okay. So down here, Athalia, you would also see kind of the start of like a combination of rubble and what
Down
looks
where?
like older down south. Down here, you can kind of see it a little bit.
Way down south.
Yeah, you start
Okay.
seeing since it's kind of almost start getting dim past. Oh, excuse me, man. Starts getting dim around 30 feet for you. So as you continue to look down toward this area, there's large piles of both rubble and what looks like tablets or relics or just things, man-made objects of Detrius just kind of piled up. They're very old, but it looks like it's either some sort of separation or waste pile or something along those lines. It does stretch pretty high up over the cave floor, almost to the ceiling.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be Athalia. This one, they have. I should probably actually open them too. Sorry, I got like 40 windows open.
Dingus.
Shut up. I didn't ask you.
Sarge, are you a dingus?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Why ask what you already know?
Because I want it said in his own voice.
Yes.
And now I will do a remix of it.
Oh, Sarge, you asked. That 60 was for Lexi. Mine's 120 dark vision. Sorry.
Well, you can see the map.
Yeah, you can pretty much see everything at this point. Not much else to see, though.
Alright, just letting you know.
Do you see
Okay.
a dwarf?
Your elf eyes see all.
So you guys hear more movement, and from this area, from the shadows, there it is. Select move from right here. You guys hear basically muttering.
Oh.
Very deep, twisted muttering. Would anybody like to listen in?
Can I listen even though I'm prone?
No, you're currently being assaulted by a spider.
I'm fine listening.
I'd like to listen, but I get the feeling I'm more occupied by spider.
Okay. So spider occupation. Can you roll me a perception check, John?
Oh, that was terrible war during the spider occupation.
Athalia,
First
would you
came-
like to listen as well?
Sure.
Okay. Yep. Roll me a perception check. Hallis, what about you?
I'll listen if I can.
Okay. Okay. So, Varus, what languages do you know? Actually, everybody who made this roll, what languages do you know?
You're making me work now.
Mm-hmm.
Common and Elfin.
Common, Elven. I don't think I get any others.
Okay.
Common, Elvish, Infernal.
Okay.
Am I the only one who knows Dwarvish in the party?
Probably.
Oh god.
So you hear a very deep, very guttural language start come forth with the words. It's lots of deep lung syllables, lots of very almost aggressive or angry sounding words, but you can't tell what the language is.
Oh, it's German.
You hear some similarities, like with your training and being around so many tieflings that you've picked up Infernal. You pick up some things here and there. Like there's a similar syntax or structure, but again, you're not really picking up on what he's saying. You just know it's very angry, but it's like introverted. It's being pointed toward himself, you think. So there's that. Numero 4. All right. And this last one, what is this guy?
Kitty?
Oh, yep. It's a cat.
Oh.
Lexi's cat decided he wanted to be a baby.
Oh.
Sorry, guys, I got to type all these commands out by hand. All right. So you see there's a moment where the sighing starts becoming a wheezing of steam as the thumping starts becoming more melodic, and it starts coming towards you guys.
Oh, no.
And as soon as you hear the splashing in the river, you realize that whatever is making that noise is coming toward you guys.
Oh, fudge. What is that?
It gets to around the edge of the river, and all of a sudden it stumbles and trips and just impacts the side of the what's it called? Impacts the side of the bank. You can tell as it charges forward that it's a shallow creek, but whatever it just stepped on made it slip. You guys see this massive let me go ahead and just share the picture real quick. I think I still got it.
I'm on the ground just saying, wow, nothing can be worse than these spiders.
Yeah.
You had
There
to
it is.
open your mouth.
Well, to be fair, I hadn't said that yet. Wait, there's 2 of them? What the heck?
2 of them what?
No, he's trying to show us the picture.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I
You can grab it and drag it, and it should get big. Move its corners.
Oh, there it is. This is about what you guys see.
Oh, goodness.
It's a big juggernaut of metal, fire, and steel with a gigantic claw. The pincer itself looks to have something like a spike in the middle of it where the palm would be. And on the other hand, there's a giant drill. It's obvious that whatever this is being used for is, meant to be a drilling purpose, but you have a feeling that these could hurt if it gets close to you, and it's just belching steam and smoke.
Gonna Big Daddy us.
Yeah, kind of. So it slipped and fell as it came. It just all of a sudden is like it's charging, it's ready to go, and all of a sudden just right on the other side.
Okay.
So this would be this one. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fudge.
So you hear more scrabbling, House, from the place where Thalia saw the other spider, and it's charging across the ceiling and then drops on you.
Oh boy.
23 beats your AC.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So you're going to be take 1 damage, and then make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
So low.
Okay. Well, it does bite down, and it hurts. Not a lot. It's more like a mosquito bite or a spider bite in this case. But you see this green kind of syrup flow over your tunic. It didn't actually get into the wound. You kind of shook it off before anything could happen. So you're not going to be taking any more damage.
Asshole tried to bite me.
Othrix, your turn.
Okay, I'm still prone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use part of my movement to stand up,
Okay.
and then I'm going to move. I want to get away from these suckers because I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from last time. So I'm gonna move. Okay, yeah. So
Are you going to disengage?
oh, that's right. No, because he's gonna get attack of opportunity, right?
If you don't do the disengage, you'll get an attack of opportunity.
I don't think I can disengage. I don't have the.
Well, you have an action,
Oh,
and the action
5 foot.
can be done.
Is 5 foot step a thing that exists in this system?
That's what the disengage is.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that is on player actions. Shit, I don't have my book near me. There's a whole list of player actions in the encounter phase.
Hang
It's
on.
basically like you can take an action to stealth, you can take an action to disengage.
Josh, if we just take a 5 foot step.
Okay.
You can take his entire movement. You use your action to disengage, which makes
Yeah.
the creature not be able to attack you, and then you can use your movement
Okay.
to move away without being attacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5 foot step is not a thing in this system.
Okay, that's what I was confused about. All right. Do I want to stick around and kill this bugger? Yeah, I'm squishy. So
Okay.
I am going to disengage because I remember from last time. And
Okay.
So disengaging, and then I am going to move. Oh god, that weird noise.
Yep, you incur no attacks of opportunity when you do this.
Huzzah!
And you can make a full move. Thank you, Vane. I appreciate that.
Okay, so that will keep it within 30 feet. So... Alright, cool. So yeah, I'm just going to move behind the drow.
Okay. So you basically like brush it off of your tunic and then kind of scramble away.
Yes.
Okay. Push past Bia, push past Hallis. It's like, nope, I'm out. Fuck this. All right, Hallis, your turn.
Attack one of these things.
I may be a coward. I'm a greedy little coward.
Try to stab one of them.
Please do.
Yep. Which one do you hit?
He's gonna take this one.
Okay. So as Othrix pushes it off, you take a swing at it.
Yeep.
Okay. Just tell me how you do it. How do you destroy it?
Oh, dang. These things.
He's just gonna, when it lands on the ground, he's just gonna take his rapier and just like stab straight down on top of it and just pierce it to the ground.
It kind of does the clawing towards you as it starts to stiffen up and slow down, and finally just comes to a halt. Varus, your turn. What is your dark vision again?
120 feet.
Stupid. That's what his
Yeah.
dark vision is.
Yeah.
You see glints. Your dark vision only comes through as basically grayscale, but you do see the glint of a rock kind of floating on the ceiling over in this area.
A rock floating.
You think it's a rock, at least.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I'm gonna take the time to let Othrix know. I'm not sure if that's a rock or another one of these things, but something's shining on the other side.
Can I make him? Well, it's not my turn, so.
And I'm gonna move. Yep.
Don't
30
leave me!
No!
Just weapon out, shield out. Come on.
Come on, big boy.
Let's go, biggin.
Okay, so you're just you're preparing a defense.
Yeah.
I believe 192 that says you can take a defensive action, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
You can prepare an action for a certain trigger. So I'd be like, when it gets within range, I'm going to attack it.
Works for me.
When it gets within range, I'm gonna divine smite it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Prepared action, I believe is what it's called.
Okay, that one we're going to bring to the regular layer as well.
Ready? Yeah, ready in action.
Okay, and it's now, I just want to make sure that's specific for the thing you don't see, or you see, right? This guy?
Yes. The biggin.
Okay, because this spider is going to appear from the stalagmite above you and drop onto you as well.
Mm.
You hear tick, 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 and then as you look up, you just see glimmering bronze coming down at you. Does 21 beat your AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, take 1 point of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then roll me a con
Damage
save.
is the green or red number above the token.
Red.
Yep.
Red.
Okay.
Green is AC.
Green
Green is AC, yep. Roll me a constitution save, please.
What?
This is not gonna end well.
All right.
I bet.
Same thing. It bites, and you feel the fangs kind of sink into your shoulder area where there's no real plate. But you manage to kind of throw your head to the side just in time, and you feel this liquid starting to dribble down your neck to the tunic and the chainmail. Wait, you have leather, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Sure.
gonna stain.
Maximum HP.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Yay. I don't think I need to measure to move that far.
You didn't even have to measure. You have a reach weapon.
Oh.
I thought I only got whatever. I'm just gonna smack it.
Okay. Smack the shit
I
out
would
of it.
also like to bonus action rage as I am not having a good day. We are far underground and there's freaking complex things bugging me.
Okay.
But I'm.
So I
By all
am
means,
raging.
go ahead. How do you rage? Can you describe it to the party?
I'm literally just gonna kind of shout out, "Are you kidding me?" and just kind of just narrow my eyes a little bit, puff up my chest, and just start yelling and smacking things.
I almost feel like you should golf club smack the spider with your pike. Just whack.
Oh, that is my intention if I manage to hit.
Go for it.
And so the Battle of the Hayfields was won, and the game of golf invented at the same time.
All
I
right.
love that
So
reference.
you successfully managed to kill it. How would you like to destroy it?
I just wanna hit it really hard, golf club style, and see if I can make it rain glitter.
That you
And small
absolutely do.
mechanical
Quite literally, it just explodes, and the itty bitty bits of shards just flutter everywhere.
And then I'm just gonna look over.
You feed a bird Alka-Seltzer, and it just goes, and there's just feathers left. That's about what happens with the spider.
Oh, good times.
I'm just gonna look over at the rest of everybody and go, I fucking hate this stuff. It's too complex.
Can we leave one intact?
No promises.
Oh.
Hallis is just going to lift up his rapier with the one still stuck on the end of it.
Oh, good, yes.
And back to the top. Athalia, your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the one, I forget, is the one on Varus like still kind of alive then?
I haven't attacked it.
It basically just dropped on his shoulder, and you see him flailing his head and hair about, trying to get rid of it.
Like he just don't care.
Actually, you know what? I don't know.
Whip his hair back and forth. He whipped his hair back.
Yeah, can I try and hit it without hitting him?
Sure.
Okay. I'll move here.
What are you hitting it with?
It's a very good question. See what equipment I've got. It's
I borrowed your primary magic user.
My options are stabby thing, or stabby thing.
I vote stabby thing.
He can take it. He can take it.
I'll try to hit it with my dagger. How do I roll that again?
You should just be able to click it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yay!
Yep. So you managed to destroy it. How would you like to do it?
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm stabbing it with a dagger, so hopefully I just kind of stab it in the abdomen and it just falls apart.
Okay. Yeah, so you successfully managed to grab it. There's basically a small gap between cogs that you managed to slide it right in. As you destroy it, it just kind of like it starts shivering and just melting apart as cogs just fall off of it.
Yay!
So that will be that one. Josh.
Yeah? Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Move away and get attacked.
You moved to the exact wrong spot. What's your... Oh, that's not going to hit. So it kind of falls on you, but it like misses. It doesn't quite manage to grab your tunic, and it falls onto the floor next to you. Let's see. Where are you? You're here.
I am tired of these
motherfucking spiders in this motherfucking cave.
He says that in Draconic, so it sounds classier.
Much more poetic and growlier.
It actually took about a minute to say. It's a very complex language. Very flourished.
So he's still saying it throughout this entire combat.
Basically, yes. It's like Entish, but a lot more flowery.
Flowery.
How do I have 2 fruit flies in my room?
Okay. So he has a... Yes, he does. Okay. Okay, so you guys suddenly hear a growling.
What?
But from nothing that you see, Athalia, you recognize it in the same tone of voice that you had heard earlier.
Huh.
And it's more of a chanting than a growling.
Oh no.
And all of a sudden, you see through the mist, or through the dimness, 1, 2, 3,
Through the flames.
5. There is a very large dwarf making his way across the river.
Oh, he cast enlargement on himself. Crap.
Okay, so he does not get a plus to that. All right, so he starts wading through the starts wading through the river, and just the muttering continues. And you see a massive digger's pick in his hand, as well as javelins in the other side.
Oh no.
And this is.
I don't think you're gonna need one of the fighters, or one of the spiders. I mean, yeah. Direct questions.
Okay. So, yeah, he just kind of starts looking around at all of you. You notice that his eyes are mostly white, except for the pupils themselves. Any coloration in the eye has gone away. He has large dreadlocks that go down the middle of his back, and just has that very pale complexion of a miner, but he has that very strong build of a miner. Like, he has been doing this for years. He does not look like somebody that you want to get hit by that pick by.
Well, we found our
them.
dwarf.
Dibs.
Try not to kill him. We need him alive.
Joshua?
Yes. Oh, Jesus.
This one also falls off pretty much onto the other one, and you see them kind of scrabbling around in the dirt for a moment.
The cursing in Draconic grows louder.
The digger picks himself back up and proceeds to walk over, pull a gigantic drill back, and try to slap at Varus.
Well, does Varus get attack of opportunity first because he was holding his action?
I was ready for this guy.
Yes, you were. Go ahead.
Yeah. Take him out. Take him out.
I can just click on the weapon.
Yep. Well, for Divine Smite, you would click on Divine Smite.
Yeah, seeing the bigger guy, I might just regular attack him. Where is?
Well, well, if we can talk down the bigger guy, we won't need to.
I don't think he's in his right mind, if I had to guess.
Well, it never hurts to try. It costs you nothing to be polite.
Okay,
Bam.
so you do manage to hit it. Where would you like to hit it?
Right in his goddamn face.
So there's a big cover for the lower side of his head that you just managed to dent in, just with an absolutely vicious hit. And he kind of recoils and comes back towards you. Like, it definitely hurt, but it is a giant machine of metal, which it's about to
Remind me of
describe
that fact.
Yeah, remind you of that fact.
Yeah.
It's 4 to hit.
Level 1 smite is what? Is it 2d6, 2d8, or 3d8?
It's
More about to find
2d8.
out. Okay, 16
Does not hit.
does not hit. All right. Well, it attempts to pull back the drill and just thrust it right at your abdomen. How would you like to dance?
Shield. Just catch it right on the shield and bounce it off.
There you go. So now you hear the clash of steel on steel as the digger just belches fire, and you can hear heavy industry gear start to turn. The screech of metal and battle has erupted into the cavern now. And it would be Othrix's turn.
All right.
What hand? Isn't Bia? Or was Othrix waiting for something?
Othrix goes before her.
Yeah, I go
Yeah,
before Bia.
Othrix goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
derp.
Yep.
I forgot.
Turn order should be in the
actions.
bottom right hand, Kai.
Never
Okay.
mind. I'm an idiot.
It's all right.
Okay. I am pissed now because I'm tired of having spiders drop on me. So I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. Twice on this one, and once on the one to my below me.
Okay.
So Magic Missile. 1d4 plus 1. So I'll do. Let me do 2d4. So okay. So I'm gonna roll first for the one to my left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll add 2 to this. Oh, gosh darn it.
/R space.
I keep doing that.
And then you can add the plus to the end of it, and it will automatically add it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's 5 damage to this one.
All right. How do you kill it?
I just hold out both hands and just
All right, it disappears in a puff of magic and shrapnel.
Finally. All right, so attacking this bad boy down here.
Mm-hmm.
Slash R. There we go.
All right, same thing.
Same thing. All right.
All right, Hallis.
Wow.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna move.
Go ahead.
So hang on. I'll make sure I have a good line of sight. So okay. So I'm gonna move right up here, kind of to the edge of this little ledge.
Okie dokie.
So, how drop off is that ledge?
Yeah.
It's like not even a foot. It's kind of just a step down.
Oh.
Just run right down it then.
I did want some height advantage. So okay.
I'm gonna run all the way to there, and I'm gonna attack the Centurion.
Okay.
Okay, so there goes my magic missile for the day.
Stab it with my rapier. Ooh,
Holy crap.
Holy
Nice crit.
crap.
Gah!
Nice.
It's dead.
Jeez.
Minus 16.
That is like the most damage any of us have ever done this entire
That
game.
is a significant hit. It's not dead, but you definitely did a critical hit on it. How would you like to... Where would you like to hit it? How would you like to do it?
I'm gonna try to like stab it like dead center in like the middle of the chest, trying to just punch a hole all the way through it.
Why do I keep closing that?
With a rapier? Okay. It hits in the center of the chest, but it is heavy mining steel. So it kind of scrits upward toward its head, but you manage to catch the dent in that Varus had created, and it actually goes down into its neck and into the internal machinery inside. And you hear something pierce, and just this gust of steam envelop its head. You realize you've probably punctured its boiler.
Uh-oh.
Varus. John.
Oh,
Sorry,
My-
wasn't
my-
super
my
paying
turn.
attention.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're in the
My
middle of a battle.
apologies, Garrett.
I'm also gonna try to shove it down, like trip it.
Okay, and that's your shield mastery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And bonus action. Can try to shove it down.
Okay.
Oh, it's an athletics contest, I believe.
Okay.
Ah, it's probably gonna win. It was a terrible roll.
Oh yeah. You basically try and throw yourself up against it. It works normally. However, in this case, this is probably at least 1 ton worth of metal.
Oh gosh.
It just kind of looks down at you, like.
Damn it.
You ever seen the one in the movies, like when somebody's trying to knock over like the Rock, right? And they just keep throwing themselves at him, and he's just standing there looking at him like, "What are you doing?" That's about how this thing is looking at you right now. Okay, so that would be John's turn. Go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna stab again.
Go for it.
Ooh.
And
that
this
was-
particular, you actually see you start to pull back, and as you hit it, it just ricochets off of its shoulder plate and just scrits right up and over.
Alright. Telegraphed that one a bit much.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not that I can really think of.
Okay, Bia.
All right. I want to hit the Centurion.
Go for it. Smack it and smack it harder.
I do have a +2 to that from raging, I think. I don't know if that matters.
So even with the rage, you basically, as you come up and try and thrust the pick up. Oh god, somebody forgot to turn the damn. Hold on, guys. I'm muting so you guys don't hear this.
Ah!
Good morning.
Well, this didn't go as bad as I thought it would. So far.
It can get worse.
I know it could get worse, but I would like to believe that it won't. Just believe.
It's going well so far, I will say that.
You know? I actually killed things. I feel so accomplished.
That's just to the damage rolls, by the way, Maddie.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure which it was to. Danke.
Sorry.
Beat it.
I thought it was to that, but I was double checking.
Okay, so...
And take this opportunity to use the restroom.
real quick, for a ranged attack, is that a d20 plus your dexterity?
Yes, with like bows and stuff. Usually, yes.
Well, for
With
some magic.
magic.
Yeah, for magic.
No, then it's your magic casting ability.
Oh, okay, let me find that.
All spells use your magic casting ability.
Okay. Oh, so that's a d20 plus the magic attack?
Yeah, whatever your magic attack is.
Oh, that's even better. Yay.
Wait a second.
Cool. Save us and bring back the light. Guess we're on intermission right now, in the middle of a fight.
Okay, so to explain that cryptic ass text, the fire alarm or the smoke alarm that we have out next to our shower has, I think, like gotten some damage to it over time. It's an older one, so it will now alarm us if you take a shower. Don't turn the vent on and leave the door open, so all the moisture comes out, all the hot air. Yeah. So it's doing literally the exact opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. Is there a fire? No, there's a lot of water. What? Okay. Yeah, so you go in to shove the pike in. Almost the exact same thing happens. You guys don't find a good spot for it to hit, and just kind of shrieks right off the armor. It doesn't really have to dodge. It's made of metal. So it's just kind of like bends, gets the thickest part of the metal to wherever you guys are hitting, and it just ricochets off of that.
Aim for the weak points. Stop hitting its armor.
With that, is it both of them? Yeah, it's both of them.
Well, at least they're down here and not behind us again, so what they're still being attacked.
So, Bia, you're going to be getting another spider dropping on you. That doesn't beat your AC. So it just kind of it falls off and is trying to claw up your arm. Not in a like harmful, I'm slashing away, but oh god, I'm falling. And then Hallis, you are getting hit. What's your AC? 17. Same thing. It's trying to scrabble and find plates and griping off of you, but it kind of just falls off as well. Back to the top, Pathalia.
Bad spirits.
Can I move here?
You would be moving around you can't move through an enemy. Because it's technically not tiny. So you'd be taking an attack of opportunity if you do.
She could.
You can attack from catty cornered though, so she could.
Yep. So if you move here, you'd be fine.
There.
'Cause you could go out and then around. Yeah.
Yeah, out and around that's her whole movement if she just go like that.
Yeah, but I want to get close to this thing.
Well, I mean, it is. It's not hitting the thing isn't hitting anybody for a significant amount of damage. So if you want to risk it, you're fine. But I'm just letting you know that you would incur an attack of opportunity.
I'll just attack the spider real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
You could try throwing a spell at it. Do you have anything that would affect the situation?
Just
Oh,
acid
fuck if I
splash.
know.
Acid splash. You've also don't you have some throwing daggers?
Yeah, I do.
I seem to remember you just taking someone out with one of those before.
So this would move you through the river, right? Right here.
Hang on.
Sure.
I believe acid splash hits more than one target as well.
So I don't have that.
You have a dagger though, right?
Well, I was gonna use acid splash.
Okay.
No, I'm looking at what of my spells because I have some spells
Mm-hmm.
that are from my my little charm thingy, and I was making sure that they weren't on my list because I'm not gonna at random anything.
Well, cantrips you can cast an infinite number of times.
No,
Right,
her
But my
Go ahead.
my like little charm thing that we got.
your magic item.
Yeah, my magic item. I keep calling it my charm. It has 3 spells in it, but I cast them at random. Like I can I'm gonna use this, and it picks one of the 3 fucking spells.
Yep. You have basically 2 spell charges. If you spend just one of the spell charges, it's a random spell. If you spend both of them, you can pick one, but your charm is out of spells until you can rest. Okay.
I acid splashed it.
Choose 2 creatures in range that are within 5 feet of each other. Yep. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 of acid. Okay.
Get both of them at once.
What is their dex save? +2. Okay.
Well,
Yep, both of them would pass.
Oh, nice.
Actually, would it? Yeah, they would both. So they both kind of dance around it. It seems like you throw it just a bit off, and it hits the ground next to them and splashes up. The spider manages to get up onto its legs and scatter out of the way real quick. It does hit the digger, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything to it. It just kind of hits some of the thicker parts of its armor and just slough as it kind of dissolves into the metal, just kind of sloughs off.
okay.
Her DC should be 12, actually. I don't know why I said 10.
Actually, in that case, then it would actually hit the digger. So it would do 4 damage to it. All right, where would you like to hit it?
I was pretty much aiming for the joints, no matter what I did with it.
Okay, so you do manage to get it on the joints, and you see it start, especially in the leg, you see it start to seize, and as it's trying to stagger forward, and you can just see the joint itself start to expose, and then the acid gets deep into the joint itself. So, good job, good shot on that.
Neat.
For some reason, it was set to her wisdom score instead of her charisma score.
Oh,
That's right, I fixed it.
That might actually be because this isn't a bard spell. This was something else she got.
Any spell that she gets from like her class is always going to be a bard spell.
Right, and I don't think it's a class thing. I'll look back at it later. I remember one of your spells being specifically associated with wisdom because it wasn't from your bard list, but we'll figure that out later. Anyway. So it would be the dwarf's turn. So the dwarf, let's see here. What does he want to do? It's going to charge.
Oh, jeez.
And as he runs, he stomps on the mechanical spider.
Oh, yay.
Kills it. But then you see him pull back as he starts to swing on Hallis. And that big old pickaxe is coming at you. So roll the.
Bards don't learn acid smash.
Ooh. All right, so I think that hits.
Yeah.
All right, taking 16 hit points.
Ooh, that hurt.
Are you down?
Nah, I got 5 HP left.
Ooh.
So basically, he pulls it back, and with a slow arc, as you're trying to dodge the digger, you just feel the impact of the broadside of the pick just slam into your ribs.
Oh no.
So he had twisted it around. It wasn't the actual pick, but the other side of it, the maul side of it. The digger will start to. Yep, he will try and hit Varus again, which I believe is also a +4. Oh my god! So it starts to try to swing on you, and the joint just gives. Like it just shears off entirely, and it kind of staggers forward into you instead of actually hitting you. And that would be Othrix's turn.
Okay. I don't have any bonus actions right now, do I?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
You generally have bonus actions, but only if like your ability says that you can take a bonus action.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So trying to reason with him would be an action.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's try to knock some reason into him.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Ooh, okay.
That is my new spell. And... oh crap, I was just at it. I'm sorry. Okay, so... okay, I have to make a... make a ranged spell attack. Okay. So, let me roll my d20, and I'll add 6. And again, it's /R space.
/R space, and then whatever 2d20 d10.
Okay.
And then plus whatever bonus you get on it.
Cool, thank you. Does that hit him?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Then, a beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards the creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage for up to 1 minute, automatically.
Nice. Okay.
Time for you to see... to match a sorcerer! Alright, so... Alright.
Okay, so he takes 7 damage?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, you see the lightning crackle over his body. He kind of stiffens up, starts jerking a little bit. And it's very obvious this is starting to boil patches of his skin. And it would be Hallis's turn.
Sweet.
Hallis, that really hurt.
Yeah. Did. Hallis is gonna like for like half a second just be like and like take a deep breath, and yeah, he's gonna use second wind.
Okay.
Power. Unlimited power!
Is that a class ability of yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna regain 9 HP.
I'm just going Emperor
It's
Palpatine.
very painful to breathe, by the way.
Yeah, it's just making him angry, so he's just like, whatever. And then I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely hits.
Nice.
13 piercing. How would you like to?
action surge and attack him again?
Okay.
So it's just gonna be a quick like stab to like the. I want to more trying to disable him than anything, so just gonna like try to stab him through the knee, basically.
Okay.
And then come at him with a second attack.
All right. Oh yeah. He's down.
DED dead.
I wouldn't say dead, because he's trying not to kill him, but
Yeah, I'm trying to disable him.
he's very much. You see him just kind of start thrashing and shrinking as whatever spell he had cast is kind of falling off. Varus.
I need to deal with this fucking machine in front of me. Here we go again.
Oh.
So you had learned from the last hit that the neck is the weak spot, and promptly thrust yours down in there too. You hear a bunch of clanking, you hear a bunch of grinding and screeching as this thing starts kind of jerking toward you, but the red light that rests behind its eyes starts just dwindling until it stops, and its claws literally around your waist, ready to squeeze, and it just stops.
These are my tunnels.
Catchphrase. Okay, Bia?
I'm going to disappointedly rage punt kick the spider
Oh.
with my bike.
Okay.
Hey, occasionally the barbarian just has to punch small things.
All right. Yep. It very satisfyingly flies across the cavern, and you lose track of it, but you hear it smash against the wall, and the delightful tinkle of parts raining down upon rocks.
I'm gonna turn these fuckers into earrings.
All right. Congratulations, guys. That was significantly easier than the last one.
Should I turn it off?
Yes.
Turn it off.
I wanted to kill something with that.
So the Go
spit
ahead.
blood over on this dude.
You see him kind of like pull himself up onto the rock a little bit, or at least try to. It's very obvious he's on his last legs. But he's still muttering. He's been muttering the whole time. His eyes are darting back and forth as though like he doesn't actually see you guys, and just continues going in this language. Josh, you would recognize it.
Yeah,
It's a very hard to understand dialect of Dwarvish.
Would I know which dialect?
No, you've never heard it before. You understand it like it's like if you go into Brazil and you try to speak Spanish, as opposed to if you try to go to like Argentina or Venezuela and speak Spanish. It's a totally different dialect.
Doesn't Brazil speak Portuguese?
Portuguese, but they do have Spanish. It's very particular. Their main language is Portuguese, but Spanish is spoken there. Anyway.
Ethics. Can you talk to this dude?
I'll try, but from what I can hear, what does it sound like?
It's really a lot of gibberish. He's talking about different types of ages that have come and passed, how previous ages have fallen, and this age shall fall too. The secrets. Just crazy rambling. Although you do hear him speak of the Viper. How the Viper will come and claim the world once more. And how he is her preparer, he's the servant. Just basically going off, kind of on that madman rampage. But again, he doesn't recognize that you people are even standing around him.
What is my scale doing?
It's warm. It's about as warm as it was when you first got down here.
Okay.
There's nothing on him that you can see that would necessarily relate to what's going on. But you guys can try and communicate with him if you want to.
I will do that. I will try. I'm going to move up closer to him. Still warily. But
You didn't know I was about to clock him.
Wait.
I'm gonna pour a bit of my salt water on his head.
Okay, you mean your sand water?
Sand, my blessed water of the ocean. Thank you.
The splash seems to bring a little bit back to him. You actually see that once you do that, in the with the flickering of the light around you, you see that his eyes kind of start pushing the color back out a little bit to where they're supposed to be. And for the first time, it seems like he recognizes you all, and instantly starts doubling down on the mumbling. Like he looks scared.
So, but more the same.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of hold my light that is still in my hand, that I've still had up, like in front of his eyes, and just kind of move it back and forth.
He follows it with more muttering.
Okay. And I'm going to say in Dwarvish, "We are friends. We were sent by the Viscountess Sophie Dupont to find you. Are you Phileas Gehatol?"
Phileas is servant, Phileas is servant, Phileas is servant, Phileas is servant. The Viper's coming, even DuPont shall fall, they all shall fall.
His servant. Where is Phileas?
And same thing, Phileas is servant, Phileas is servant, Phileas is servant.
I think this is tea.
Sarge, does this guy look like the dwarf miner I remember?
Vastly different.
Vastly different?
Vastly. You can see where he's, like, you can see that this was once Philbin.
Oh.
But he is no longer. Like, between the eyes, his hair has rapidly grayed. He used to be a very vibrant brunette under his braids. You can see that, and he used to take very, very good pride and care of both his hair and his beard. But you can see that a lot of the beads have fallen apart. There's strands of the braids that are just out everywhere. His hair has grayed dramatically, and his he was always a pale dude. Dwarves normally are. This is almost bordering on pallid, like see-through skin. He is vastly different than what you remember him being, but you can see the same face.
In Dwarvish, but softer, trying to make sure, like, my compatriots don't hear as well. What did you find? What did
you realize they're right next to you, right?
Yeah, but they don't speak Dwarvish.
Oh, that's true.
What did you find down here?
For the first time, he stops muttering. And he kind of just turns towards you. And with a suddenness that nobody can expect, he grabs your lapels and drags you forward. And just says, "The Viper comes. She's coming for all." And promptly you just see the light leave his eyes and he falls over dead.
I'm not telling the Viscount.
The Viper comes. She is coming for all.
No, I should have clocked him.
Can I make a medicine check?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see.
You gonna try and bring him back with your witch magic?
I don't have any necromancy on me. I used up my spell!
Witch lightning. He's coming back. I need 50 cc's of what? I don't know!
No, he's just
I've
twitching.
got cure light wounds.
Okay, so... Well, is he dead? Did he just, like, expire?
Oh, yeah, he's died. Yeah.
Do we have anything that can resuscitate the dead real quick?
No.
I mean, you can try taking the guy back to town. There are very expensive resuscitation spells, resurrection spells. But there has never been any guarantee of the state of the corpse once it comes
I
back.
don't know shit about what killed this guy. I got no clue.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're like, he bled out. That's
my God.
all you got.
I killed him. No. Oh, God, I killed him.
Then you notice the pool of blood underneath. Oh, wait, that probably killed him.
Oh, okay.
But past that, you don't know.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna take out my scale and start using it as a dowsing rod.
Okay. What does everybody else like to do?
I'm gonna go look for the bits of spider and collect up some.
I'm gonna search this dude.
All right.
Yep.
Varus, Athalia?
Yep.
I don't know what I want to do.
Okay, what's you
I
thinking?
want to go near the dead guy, though.
Truth. Especially after that display. How is she feeling, by the way? Because that guy was clearly off his gourd.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that happens. It really sucks, and what he has might be contagious, so she's not touching him, but it's a thing that happens.
Okay. Would you like to try to talk to one of the other party members and like see what they feel about it, or explore your surroundings a little bit, see? Because he had to have been living somewhere.
Yeah, I guess I'll go over towards the fire.
Okay. John?
I would start trekking in the direction this guy came from. Because
Okay.
I can see past the fire, right?
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal everything real quick. So that way you guys can see it.
Ooh.
So he came from down over here. Josh, you would probably start drifting down that way as it starts heating up over there. So you two are kind of around each other. Athalia, you wanted to go talk to one of the other guys, or go over check the fire.
Yeah, I was gonna go up here.
All right, Bia, go ahead and make your way over there with her too, because that's where some of the spider bits are. So we'll start with Hallis. All right, so Hallis, as you're kind of bending down, looking over this guy's body, are you being rough with it? Are you being kind of, he's dead, respect the dead, we're just checking him for clues, or are you actually looting his body?
I wouldn't say he's being super gentle, but like he's not just. He doesn't really care.
Okay. You do find some pieces of valuable ore, as well as one or two other items you really can't identify off the cuff. You find a metal rod that has gold fleck through it, but it doesn't look like it was laid into the rod. It looks like it's part of the rod. When you hold it, and you have the pocket of ore in the other hand, it almost seems like you kind of put the rod in your hand to start looking for other things, and you notice that as soon as it touches one of the ore, it starts warming up in your hand.
Interesting.
You also find a handful of coins. There's not a lot there. You guys probably have enough for like 2 or 3 gold apiece. Various parts of his braids. If you want to take them out, you're free to. They don't look charmed. They just look like decorative beads with runes on them. Other than that, there's just this pick. Handful of javelins.
All right. More looking to see if there was anything odd. So if there wasn't any.
Do you want to roll me something to see that? Anything in particular you're looking at?
No, it's more just like turning over his pockets, looking if he has any like amulets or something. Anything that might strike out as weird.
Make me an insight check.
Alright. There is an investigation, which I'm.
Oh, investigate. Do that one instead. Sorry.
I'd be one less.
So you're kind of turning it over, and you take a moment to kind of rest on your laurels and think about it. Just looking at this dead guy, it's like he's very obviously insane. Whatever he found down here drove him nuts. So you're trying to think he wouldn't be storing his things like a normal person would. So you take a moment and you're like, there's no way. But you kind of start lifting his shirt up a little bit, and you notice that there are pockets just sewed like into his skin. Yeah, very. Yeah, you can see where the pale blood has dried at that point. But are you going to look into it?
Sure.
All right. So there's only 2 or 3, but they're very scattered. It looks like a very quick patch job. It very obviously hurt. But as you kind of pull out, reach your fingers in to take a feel under the skin, you feel like a coin of some sort in each one. And as you kind of slide it out, it's covered in dried blood, but you can see the kind of shimmer of gold underneath it, and you see symbols that you don't recognize. Would you like to make an arcane or a religion check?
I'll make an arcana check. I have a +1. Why not? Oh no, I just didn't roll those valley right now.
You know they're old. This isn't anything you would normally find like today. This is you know that most alchemists and metallurgists and enchanters don't work in these type of runes, nor do they work on such small objects unless they're being paid a lot of money, because it takes a lot of energy to fit anything into such a small item. This would probably be something for Arthurix to look at later.
Yeah, I was just about to be like, Arthurix.
So many things. I'm finally useful.
Bia and Athalia, you guys kind of wander over to the campfire. Athalia, you just want to. What do you want to do over there? Just kind of look through living area, see what he might be looking for. Okay, and Bia, there's a couple spider pieces over there, but you kind of wander your way over. What would you like to be doing?
I want to, once I've pocketed a couple of the spider bits for later tinkering, I'm probably gonna look around and maybe find a place to sit down and think, if I know any references to like serpents, because my mind's on sea myths, boat stuff, I guess.
Okay. There's a couple chairs. There's a workbench that's over here that's scattered with various parts. It looks like that the whatever clockwork spiders were here were being maintained by Philbus. It looks like they were initially set up as a type of, as you kind of peruse through. Actually, make me a... Hold on, I gotta bring up the sheet real quick. Make me a insight check. And then, actually, both of you do that for me. All right, and I'll get to Athalia in a moment. So, Bia, you are taking a look through the workbench, and you notice that there's a lot of chemicals that you wouldn't normally recognize, except for one or two. You've used them in the past on some of your other jobs to break down like safe doors. So any valuables that would be located on the ship, you took something that looked a lot like what is on his workbench now, poured it over the knob, and it would unlock itself. Kind of eat through the mechanism or the hinges, and you would be able to just remove the door instead of having to pick it. So a lot of caustic chemicals. You're very glad that nobody actually got whatever it was into their bloodstream. But that's...
I'm not a miner, but would I be able to tell if... I'm guessing this isn't something one would use to extract ore with.
It's what somebody would use to get through ore, or useless ore. It can also be used in the purification of ore in the right doses. So basically, you'd throw a bunch of iron in it, you'd throw it in the acid, and specific types of corrosive alchemical materials would melt the impurities away, but not the iron.
Okay.
But that's way above what you are able to determine. You know that's how it works. You don't know if any of what's on that bench is what actually that's what does.
I'm gonna pocket a couple of the bottles for later exploration.
Okay. And Athalia, you got a 12 on insight. So you're kind of looking around. There's a small, basically like, not even a cot, but like a sleeping bag almost, like really, really poor sleeping bag.
Okay.
It's very clear that this guy was not used to living in better accoutrements because it looks very well worn. There's a couple stools around it, various small foodstuffs, dry rations, some day bread, which is basically like dry unleavened bread that they can eat for a long time. It won't go bad. However, as you start kind of poking around, kicking things with your foot, you do feel something heavier under one of the stools.
Okay.
It looks like some sort of like a log or diary. Do you want to read it?
I do clarified with diary. So it's like law.
Yeah. I'll read it.
Okay.
Hope it's
So
not
you
Dwarvish.
no, it's in common. So as you start kind of, do you take a seat and flip through it, just kind of by the firelight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll rest after that
All right.
fun fight.
So you kind of pop a squat and start flipping through it. It's basically a log. This is basically his ledger. When somebody gives him a job, he writes down the details of it. He writes down how much he was paid, when he was paid, things like that. Any details that he would need to know. It becomes quickly clear as you flow through it that this guy was very unscrupulous. He did not give a shit what people wanted him to do. He just did it for the challenge, and he did it for the money. At one point, you do see a ledger for... make me a history check real quick.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. You see a name that you think you recognize, and you take a moment to kind of stop and think like, okay, this is definitely a place. And you realize that the name of the place has to do with a banking house in Silver Shore. And there was a you keep pondering on it, you're like, the tellers, this, what happened? It seems important. And then it hits you that there was a robbery a couple of years ago, that somebody literally dropped a safe through the floor and vanished without a trace. And you realize that this guy was the guy that did it.
Oh.
Yeah, he mined under it, set alchemical charges to basically cave in the cave after he withdrew it, and the digger carried the safe out.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Italian job did, exactly. So you realize that, like, you're like, wow, this guy was actually fairly skilled, because he understood the use of the chemicals, but he also did not have any type of moral conscience about what he did. So as you keep flipping through it, you hit the back of the book, and not even the back of the book, like midway, and you see that there's a job from Lord General Drac. And he was sent out here to find anything relating to later ages that might have anything to do with the current Ashfall. The Lord General Drac had gotten some sort of word that this particular site might hold some value for a magical study. There was a rumor floating around that there was a powerful archmage that used to live in the Undercity, but everybody lost track of them. So he wanted to try to reach, in basically kind of a grasping at straws moment. Like, oh God, what did they know? What could we possibly use to figure these things out? It's very obvious that Philbus didn't care. He was very dismissive of whatever it was, but the guy's paying well. And that's the last entry.
Okay.
So, we will go over to Varus and Othrix. So, Varus, you see Othrix holding his scale and kind of like wandering around. He's looking, but he's not really looking. It's very obvious he's paying attention to whatever's in his hand. He starts kind of wandering around a little bit. Othrix, you start feeling it get the slightest bit warmer as you get over here.
Okay.
So whatever is in that area is starting to react to your history sense.
My history sense is tingling.
Varus, how are you reacting to that?
A little weirded out, but...
Can I make an investigation check then?
Sure.
To see if I can find out what it's...
Oh, yeah, no, you don't need to. There's a large hole in the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever he was digging for, this is where he was digging for it. The kind of rubble and ruin to your right was excavated from the hole directly in front of you. And as you approach the hole, it starts getting warmer.
Oh, can
Go ahead.
Can I see anything in the hole, or was he trying to get to whatever's in there?
It looks like whatever he was getting to, he literally just breached.
Oh, that's not good. Oh,
You hear
goodness.
Hallis yelling for you.
So whatever may have driven him insane, I think I found it.
Great.
Oh, good.
You hear the Dragonborn's voice echo through the whole cavern, with an ominous quality as it picks up its echoes. How do you guys react?
I'm gonna start walking over there.
I'm gonna touch it.
I'm gonna stick it in a jar.
Inside another jar. Inside a duck. Inside
Athalia, Hallis?
I want to check out this dude before I head over there.
Pretty straightforward. At least as far as you can understand it. You're not a very mechanical dude. But the steam makes power, the power makes things go, and it was very, very heavy. Basically, you guys were lucky to hit it where you did, because everything else was super plated, basically to survive a cave-in by itself. Nothing on it, though. You can make me an investigation check. While we do that, Athalia, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go over to Othwix because I want to know what made this guy crazy, and I want to avoid it if I can.
Okay,
Jam-san.
Mhm.
Is my divine sense picking anything up?
Can you throw that into the chat real quick? You should just be able to click it, and I can read it.
Discord or
Roll 20. So on your character sheet, if you have it written out, you should just be able to click it under your class abilities, and it'll throw it up into the chat for me.
All right, there you go.
Excellent. I love the wording on this because I can dance around it.
Of course you can.
Yeah, they made Divine Sense pretty terrible in 5th edition.
I thought I'd just ask.
Oh no, you're very well in doing so. You don't sense any entity. You are definitely very uneasy, though. It is not a good place behind whatever hole this is.
Does my common Shadal sense tell me this is bad?
Your common everything sense tells you this is probably bad.
Oh, good.
Well, okay, let's put it together. The dude didn't go insane until after he started looking for this. You just fought him, and he's talking about this thing called the Viper. He's very clearly nuts. He attacked you, and then the thing he was looking for is on the opposite side of this hole. Even Shadal's like, dude, I don't have to tell you this one.
I mean, you'd be surprised at the things you have to tell me.
That's true. Do you want to share that one with the party?
Yeah.
Oh, so share it.
Okay. Say it to me one more time. Sorry, I'm a little.
It's not a good place. Your common sense is tingling.
So I may just be a simple tunnel elf, but this is not a good idea. This is bad. Like, capital B, bad.
Well, whatever it is, it's important, and it might be helpful for figuring out what's going on with the Ashfall. Lord Drax would not have sent him down here if he did not think it important.
Drac,
sorry.
close. Sorry.
Do I have it written
The
down correctly?
question then becomes if we're the ones qualified enough to go looking at it, or if we maybe want to call some people more qualified.
I am.
No offense.
I am the qualified person.
He's not lying.
Okay.
This is
But,
This is not new to me. I have dealt with such things before.
All right, but if you're going in there, maybe we should tie a rope around your ankle in case you suddenly drop. We can pull you back out again.
It's better than your tail, Josh.
Fine.
I tie an ankle, or I tie it.
Put it around my
over his
waist.
ankle.
Not around my ankle, just around the waist.
Okay, I'll put it around your waist.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Hallis, as all this is kind of going on and you start walking over, before you exit, you do notice that on the dented and dinged and scuffed metal of the digger, you start seeing a bit more pattern to it, to the scratches, and you kind of peer over, since you have your own little personal light thanks to Varus. You kind of start
still going on.
Yep. You start realizing that this looks more like writing.
Oh.
And you notice that it seems to be the same couple symbols over and over again.
Alright.
Interesting.
I'm guessing I don't recognize the language.
Nope, you don't recognize the language. However, you do notice that it is incomplete. Looks like whatever he was doing to the digger, he only just started it. It's like covering part of one side of its ribs.
So, did it finish the rune?
It's not necessarily that. You see several rows of runes, and each of these runes is kind of repeated. Almost like if something was... If you had to venture a guess, it's not like an incantation or power. He's just etching something because it's just on his mind. From how you see it structured, it was very clear he was going to cover the whole digger in it.
Oh, tell Otrix whenever we walk back.
Okie dokie. All right, so Othrix, you have... Go ahead.
I'm just saying this might be something you want to tell me now, but no. Act out your character. Go. Okay, so I am... Can I do... How much... I can see with the lights, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see...
You can't see into the hole, but...
Oh, okay. Can I kind of put my hand out with the light still on it and try to see what's in the hole?
Sure.
Okay.
So this would be around where it is. You look forward.
Okay.
I know it shows rocks, but there's a hole leading into the side of this map.
Oh, okay.
As you kind of stretch your light in, it's a big room. You kind of start seeing what... make me a history check.
Oh, yeah. Something I'm good at. Cool.
This is much older architecture. This is very much a... it is an old dwarven area. You can see the runes that would traditionally adorn... as you're kind of looking at the runes, because you can see some of them from the hole that was put in. It looks like he didn't care what was between him and this room, so he very carelessly just started throwing. Basically, he dug through a wall that had a bunch of these scribes on it. And you can see some of it.
Amateurs.
And yeah, exactly. You can see some of it, and it's very obviously dedicating a room to Dorn, the god of craftsmen.
Oh, okay.
He is one of the current pantheon, but this is much older, and you're not really sure why it was sealed off.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right. Can I see what my scale might be reacting to? I mean,
It's just starting to warm up in general.
Okay.
It's getting a lot hotter.
Oh, dang.
Not in a you can't hold it kind of sense, but it's definitely warming up.
So what's in the room? Is it just a bare room with inscriptions on the walls?
You'd have to go in to find out.
I thought I was in. Oh, okay, that's right. All right, I'm gonna. All right, I'm going in.
Does anybody want to go with them?
I might want.
Can't let you get killed all by yourself, friend.
Oh, good. I mean, yes, yep, quite. Thank you.
I'm gonna walk around Pike out.
Okay. Anybody else?
Kind of.
Nope.
All right.
Sorry,
but-
Oh, come on.
I am clutching my saltwater Benki in the other hand.
All right, but
Saltwater.
if I tell you to back up and get out, do it immediately.
Just
Gotcha,
as
don't
long
listen
as
to a
know
word
that
you
I'm
said.
pulling the rope with me.
So, Athalia, are you sticking close to over here, or are you going to be close to the hole in the wall? Kind of watching them go in.
I'll be close to the hole in the wall watching them go in.
Okay.
That way, if I need to, I can go help.
Okay. All right. Well, at this point, I'm going to call a quick break.
Ah!
I need to set up the next map.
Oh God.
I honestly thought this encounter would take a bit longer, but that's okay.
We just badass.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
We cool.
We bad. Yeah, we cool, man. We bad.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys back to the splash screen.
We should have taken ourselves a nice short rest before we went in here.
Yeah, you should have. I was waiting on somebody to say it, but
Well,
That would have been the smart thing to do.
well, we still haven't gone in. Somebody can suggest it.
Oh, I would suggest it, but
you've already declared that you're walking in.
Okay,
I
fine.
know. I was waiting for like a stop in what was going on, and
To
then
be
I was going
fair-
to suggest it.
To be fair, Authorix probably wouldn't even consider a short rest. There is mystery. There are artifacts. This is something.
This does seem like something that he would kind of rush into.
Yeah. Rush in where angels dare to tread. Let's see. What's
Whatever helps you sleep, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I would like my my action surge back.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's right there, under my flaws. Allure of the Forbidden. If he thinks there is something relating to Cull, he'll go after it. Yep. I'm playing my
Well,
character.
And
that-
I can't let anybody go by themselves.
Okay, anybody who is, by doing this, because this is for your detriment, unfortunately. So anybody who is following their character values very closely by doing this, feel free to take an inspiration.
Okay.
Now,
I
remember,
want to say I wouldn't, but
I'm sorry.
you totally
I
would. So anybody who does that, now you can only have one inspiration at a time. Just as a reminder, this can make a normal check, any normal check into an advantage check, and any disadvantage check into a normal check. Just by spending it, you say, "I'm spending this inspiration." Where are my maps? Places. There we go.
To be fair, a short rest wouldn't do much for me, but
It'd be better for the party.
yeah, that's true.
You could spend a health dice to get some of your health back too.
That's true.
But again, you guys are following your characters, which I appreciate. I'm not going to kill everybody, or at least I'm not
I
going to
mean,
try
I
to.
still have a rope tied around his waist. I can just kind of child leash him back.
Oh, no, there's something in there. You just pull. I'm just pouting as you like tug.
It's like a small
Just-
child
yeah,
wearing
exactly.
overalls.
Just fucking has his arms crossed under, and he's got this massive pout as you just pull him back on his butt.
Yeah, exactly. The tail dragging between my legs. Yeah.
Is this? Oh, I know where I got it from. That's why I can't find it. Okay.
The
Premium
reason I
assets,
would
there we
want
go.
to take a short rest would be to get my action surge back. That's the only reason.
Well, again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you guys will be fine.
A nice second wind.
Depending what
If-
Authorix sees, he may reconsider, but we'll see.
No matter what he sees that may make him reconsider, will probably see something that will also be a battle.
See something that'll make him reconsider his life choices. Yes.
Oh, that's a cool little fucking. Ooh, I like these.
Oh my gosh, I don't like it. That
Sorry,
he's
I'm
excited.
looking through the free assets, and they actually have some really cool tokens.
I don't like that he's excited.
Where is it? God. Ah, there it is. Found it.
They're just so nice as a fighter. I always forget how nice it is to play a fighter because I play fighters so rarely.
Man, I just used up my heavy hitter spell.
That's the point.
Yeah, being a low level sorcerer is really bad to cast 2 spells and then you're spent.
I mean, I got Ray of Frost cantrip, so I can do that as much as I want. but it's just not as powerful.
Oh yeah, you already used your sorcery points too.
Yeah, exactly, to get back my one spell slot because we didn't have a long rest.
You.
Oh, dang. This is just one bad decision after another.
Is everybody liking it so far? That encounter was okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm spooked. I'm generally spooked right now.
Yeah. We're in a situation where warlocks are actually good. Because warlocks regain their spell slots on a short rest. They're the sustainer caster.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to be a sorcerer.
You should be.
This is the one time where a warlock is actually the best. Until you get to higher levels, and then you have more sorcery points.
Yeah.
This is why I play Pathfinder.
To be fair, in 5th edition, sorcerers are one of the weakest classes for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah.
They have the least amount of spells, and one of their like core mechanics, that conversion thing, actually like is detrimental to you.
What?
Yeah.
Let me look at that.
Okay, so there's that.
Like it has entropy. You gain less spell points for burning a spell than you gain from turning spell points into a spell.
Yeah.
So it has entropy.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a flaw with the sorcery.
Oh, I also have my my acid breath. So there's that. So never mind, not completely. Dragonborn. Yeah.
Oh, is this it? I think this was it. Yes, I saved it. Thank God.
Oh, and I also have resistance against acid. So those spider guys wouldn't have done that much damage against me.
Yeah, I'm glad none of those actually hit us.
Yeah, no.
With the acid part.
Well, I would have been
Good.
fine. Or resistance, at least.
Actually, no. Wait, is this it? Shit.
Gosh.
Shut up. Shut up. Stop talking!
You can just mute.
Can't wait till I get till we get to take a second feat. Take
wait.
Sentinel. It's gonna be so good.
Can't wait until I get a 2nd level spell.
Keep being disappointed when people are standing next to me and they're getting attacked, and I'm like, man, if only I had Sentinel, I could destroy that person.
I will say how
Oh no,
5th
this
edition
was it.
handles ability scores is pretty cool.
Ignore that.
What?
You guys
what?
did. Oh, good. Okay, that is the GM. Thank God.
I actually didn't see anything if anything popped up
Mhm.
because I have my back turned to my computer looking at my book.
No, he hadn't rolled to GM. He just did, I think.
Okay, cool.
I didn't think I did, but
3rd level, I get 2 2nd level spells. Thank God.
Nice.
And then I get 4 first, and I get meta magic and 3 sorcery points.
Meta magic are sweet.
Yeah, I was looking at those. I'm like, dear God, that's cool.
Like, some of them are pretty shit, but a few of them are super good. Like Twin is super good, and what's the other one? Oh, Quicken. Twin and Quicken are super good.
Yeah, twin spells, only one creature until you spend a number of source points. 2nd creature, yeah.
And so you can make something like Blight, where it only attacks one creature, instead attack 2 creatures.
Yeah, and then you can cast a spell, casting time of 1 action. You can spend 2 sorcery points to change casting spell to a bonus action, which means you can then cast another spell.
Technically, no, because in 5th edition you can only cast 1 spell per turn. The other has to be a cantrip.
I call hacks.
Yeah, it is a weird rule that kind of is like super annoying.
okay.
It's really annoying if you're a class that has spells that are bonus actions, because then if you cast that spell as a bonus action, you can't cast a normal spell as an action. It's dumb. I hate it. My other character in my other game is a bard, and so anytime you cast like Healing Word, which is a bonus action, then I can't cast any other spell that turn. except for a cantrip.
That
And
doesn't
because
sound
bards
right.
only have one attack cantrip, which is Vicious Mockery, it's like, well, thanks.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I think I'm ready.
Cool.
Is everybody else good? Everybody got their sodas, drinks, all that good stuff?
Oh, wait,
The
we're supposed
benefit
to
of
do
being
stuff?
in the kitchen to
Oh,
play
yeah.
games. I have
I need to take a break so I can set this up.
Ah, shoot.
Bathroom breaks? Anybody?
Give me one more
For a
minute, and
moment.
I'll be ready to go. Sorry.
He's gonna go. I'm gonna go then.
Yep.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, get rid of those. Pop you out. Cause I'm awesome.
I would like to not be popped, but okay.
Goes pop, goes the weasel.
Wow.
No, mama.
I have Ian's Pathfinder game in the morning.
In the morning.
Relative morning. I mean, it's 2 in the afternoon, but everyone's gonna act like it's the first thing they've done with their day.
That's true.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
I'm also back.
It's good to be back.
Welcome back again.
I'm on my 4th Reds Apple Ale.
Oh, God.
Reds? Oh.
Mhm.
What? Oh, no. Why did he roll?
You'll find out.
I like them. They're not.
I don't want to find out. I'm happy with
good.
mystery in my life.
Oh, that's why it's not working. Okay. All right. I see. Let's try this now.
Okay. All right. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Bam,
Right
bam,
now.
bam,
Right here.
bam, 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 bam. Let's see. There we go. Yay. Okay, it works now. Ah.
Yeah, I used all of my abilities. I'm sad.
All right, everybody give me an initiative check, please.
You might want to wait till we can view our tokens, because otherwise it won't link to our tokens.
Oh, yeah, I can't see
that's
it.
right. Crap.
Well, we can still roll and then add our initiative. We don't have to, like...
It'll say you did not have a token selected when you...
You just rolled dexterity for me. That's fine. Either one you guys want to do, we can wait. That's fine. I'll wait.
No, we can still do... No, I mean... If you want to do the reveal, then...
What you should do is you should put our tokens on the splash screen, like over our names.
Yeah, and
we
then
could
roll
just select
for
them.
you.
And then we could just select the tokens on the splash screen.
Don't give him ideas.
But then we wouldn't be able to see our initiative when we switch to the other page.
That's all right.
Initiative is actually done per page.
Yes, it is. That's okay, though. I can just wait. More tense. When I get to go, and roll initiative, and he goes, oh, God!
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Oh, no. I don't want to get hit.
Jeez, Rick, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, geez, Rick. I no.
Quiet, Morty. Nothing matters.
That is like the ultimate hedonist show, too.
No,
Nothing
it's
is
not.
nihilism.
It's nihilism.
Yeah, it's super nihilistic, but it's...
Might as well do everything, because nothing matters.
Mhm.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Like, that's what that entire episode where fucking Summer feels super bad about, like, herself and she wants to leave, and then Morty's like, every morning I eat cereal 50 feet from my own dead corpse. It's like nothing matters. As a continuity horror, that scene right there made me super happy.
Let's just remember, guys, that Phil Collins did not have to go so hard on the Tarzan soundtrack, but he did that. He did that for all of us.
Seriously, the best part of the movie.
My God, the movie's so bad, and
I
then just
wanna
Phil
know.
Collins.
Can you show me? I want to know about these strangers like
About
me.
the strangers like me.
I literally, like, after seeing that movie, I think on the way home, I stopped and got the soundtrack. And then I just listened to it straight for days. Who are we waiting for? What are we waiting for?
Oh, who are we waiting for?
I thought we were waiting for
I don't
Maddie,
know.
but she's apparently back.
Yeah, I thought you were waiting for...
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I didn't think you were back yet.
Oops.
I'm sorry. Woo! Okay, so let me get the Muzak ready to go.
Goodness gracious.
I'm wide awake because I woke up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today.
I know that feeling.
Yep.
Oh,
Lucky
shit
you guys.
balls.
What
So-
you got us into?
Oh, ain't this another fine mess you've gotten me into?
So you walk in, and the
Is it a skeleton?
light casts shadows on the walls, and you realize that the writings, and I'm talking to Othrix, the writings that you had seen moving into it,
Writing on the wall, yes.
all the runes that were worshipping Dorn have been kind of scribbled out over time.
Oh, yay.
You can see either outright scrabs across the runes themselves, or you can see that the runes have been turned into something different.
Oh, God.
More twisted, more less worshipful, and more, I guess, twisted would be a good word for it. You see references to the Viper throughout the texts on the walls as you kind of hold your light up. But what really kind of dominates it is this, as you kind of stop focusing over here on the walls and you start focusing toward the middle of the room, is a series of what would have been normally the position of the shrine to Dorn, with his hammer plunging some sort of a spike or a rod into some construction framework. There is a tube, a shimmering brass tube with clear glass on the front that holds a skeleton.
Oh, no.
There are a series of small hoses that fall down from the ceiling toward this cylinder. And there's just a lot of machinery that you can't quite wrap your head around. This is definitely out of place for this time period. This is not something that was built or put here when the temple was initially built. This is separate and later. You're not actually sure what type of construction this type of artifact would belong to.
So somebody came in after this had been built and sealed up and changed all this and added this.
Make me a perception check.
Dang it.
Would anybody else like to do anything for this area while he's doing that?
Cry?
Boom.
No.
Stare
Not since he rolled
intently.
a 20.
What's up, Bia?
I'm gonna stare intently and make sure nothing's moving.
It's very hard to tell. It is very dim in here. You can tell where there are almost like cloth sheets hanging over small alcoves.
No.
But it looks like those cloths are ratted and torn and rotted from time. There's very few still sitting upright. Behind the few that you can kind of glimpse around, you think you see the spines of books. But again, it's very dim. As far as Othrix you can see, there are a few skeletons lying around on the edges, the very fringes of your perception. Those skeletons, one in particular is like kind of perched with his hands gripping one of the moldings that run around the room. From here, you can't really see it, but you do see a little, what looks like red in the shape of 4 stripes downward toward the ends of his fingertips.
Oh.
There's another 2 piles in the corner, in this corner down here. You can't really be sure of what killed them. You just know that they're kind of on top of each other.
Out. Get out. Now. We do not want to be in here.
That was quick.
Yes.
Anybody want to react to that?
I'm gonna nod and start backing up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
authors may have curiosity, but he's not stupid.
So as you guys start to slowly backpedal, the cylinder in the middle of it, the sarcophagus, there is a series of lights that snap on below it and highlight the skeleton that's in the middle of it. You see that there's a series of gems across the top, of various kinds, sapphire, ruby, things like that.
Oh shit.
And the skeleton itself in the middle of it is wrapped in a traditional mummification pose. It makes it even more creepy when it starts talking. And this very mechanical wheeze just sifts through the whole small room, and it says, "There will be no escape now that you freed me."
So, divine sense, do I detect evil now?
Yes.
I mean,
Very much so.
I was kind of hoping before he started,
You didn't actually, you got the unease from the area, but until this thing turned on, it wasn't centralized. But as soon as those lights turned on, it just flared up in your head.
And how's
shit, this is bad.
How's my stone reacting?
It's still as warm as it was when you first got in here.
Okay, putting it away.
So as the mechanical sigh again escapes from it, you see the sarcophagus start to lift itself into a vertical position. And you see these brass legs unfold themselves out from it. And from behind the sarcophagus, there's a series of 4 arms, articulated arms that come out and start flexing its fingers. You can hear the creak of old age and rust, but it doesn't look like they've lost any flexibility. What happened to the servant?
You're gonna have to be more specific. You look like you've been around. Oh, I'm pretty sure my grandpappy ran into something like you. So,
Sarcasm off the cuff, love it.
This thing's evil. It's in my tunnels, and and he's threatening our lives. There's kind of one course of action here, as far as Varus is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Question: can I make a quick Arcana check if I can try to figure out what the hell this is?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go for it. Anybody else want to make a check before we start getting into initiatives?
No.
I'm gonna check if Shadal is watching, because if she keeps throwing me into this shit, this is what's gonna happen to her. Mummified in a place no one remembers her.
Oh wow.
Damn. Such shade being thrown. Okay, so with the 14, this is obviously magically inclined.
No.
Yeah, obviously. You can't tell a lot of it. Again, this construction is way beyond you. You've never seen anything like this before. You know that there have been necromantic attempts at resurrection before, but you've never seen somebody try to tie necromancy into machinery before. So this is relatively new to you. You do, as you're kind of looking around, though, you do see quite a few symbols that you don't recognize. A lot of them have been perverted from Dorn's symbol itself, with a couple extra legs added to it. And you do remember there was a point in time where there was a myth that you studied. It didn't have anything to do with Kull, so you didn't care at the time, but you remember them talking about an old Arcana-based god that was purged from the what's the word I'm looking for?
Pantheon.
Pantheon, thank you. That was purged from the Pantheon, who was called the Viper.
Oh. Wow. That clarifies some things.
So everybody roll me initiative, please.
We did.
We
So
all
as
have.
oh, you guys all have already?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So Bia was a 5. Why did it do 2 of them?
I have a 5. John has a 19. Uthrix has a 12.
Lex has a
Athelia
21.
has a 21. And Bia has a 5.
Okay, much better. Okay, so let's see. So your your sarcastic tone doesn't seem to impress the sarcophagus, Varus. And it seems like the arms start to pull down into fists. That type of tone will not be tolerated in my presence. If you cannot produce the servants, then you will become them.
Varus is just kind of going to square up. Oh, hell no.
All right, so now it would be Athalia's turn, who is peeking in from the cavern entrance.
I guess I'm gonna go in and help out my friends.
Okay.
Oh, she guesses.
Oh, look, I don't want to.
This
But
thing's
I'm not
big.
gonna let you guys die. So.
All right. So what would you like to do? You have this big scary thing looking at you. It's got a series of jewels across its top. It's got 4 arms, lots of little spider legs, and it does not look very happy.
I'm just
Then
gonna
again,
stay at the back of the group for a while.
Don't you have any, I don't know, bardic shenanigans you can do?
You know, like buff us, heal. Anything?
Start singing a lighthearted song to offset the nightmarish music.
Lexi, you could play the greatest song of all time.
But it's
Well,
just
no,
a
she
tribute.
doesn't know that one. She only knows the tribute to it.
No. It's a callback to the last time Lexi played a bard. I'm hoping she remembers.
Oh, Yarkenblatt.
Yes!
I just imagine her pulling out a lute. Dun, doo-doo-doo-doo, dun, doo-doo-doo-doo, dun.
Give me a second.
Sure. Meanwhile, we'll sit in this spoopy music in silence and let everybody reflect on the bad decisions that have carried them here today.
I should have dropped out of college.
Following a dumbass lizard.
This is what this act of God is all about.
There's this one
Remember the
person.
boat.
Sorry.
It's for the boat.
I have a cat. All is good with the world.
Shut up.
Okay.
The bard just pulls out like an amp from nowhere, plugs in. Just let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
I'm just gonna
Bodies hit
move
the floor.
forward then, because I need to be closer to it and not have, like, people near me.
Okay, you can try and move over to one of these sides then. Like toward the side, toward one of the alcoves, maybe?
Well, because I need people to not be within 15 feet of me in a cube. So
You are of the target.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
I
okay.
want to.
She's got a bomb.
Essentially, yeah.
I
This
can
was one of
go
my favorite
there.
spells as a druid.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward
God.
to this.
Oh god.
Well, no, I can't do anything yet. I have to be within 15 feet of that thing. But
Okay.
I can't have any of you near me.
So
Oh.
why don't you try going in a separate direction from them then?
Yeah, I'll come down here. How far can I go again?
30 feet.
30 feet.
So there.
Okay. You want to try using, throw a dagger at it or, something along those lines, ranged attack,
Acid splash.
acid splash.
Alright.
Crits with a dagger and just lops its head off.
I like how she sounds so disappointed that she has to do something. She's like, I guess I'll acid splash.
Look, I don't want its attention on me.
That's actually a very valid point. You could stealth instead.
No.
All right. So you pull back to just huck a knife as you start sprinting around the corner, trying to get that first hit in. And as it flies across the room, it just hits the glass in front of it, and you hear a significantly different sound than you expected to hear. Normally, with any type of glass, you'd hear like a chime or a ching. This is a very deep thud as it kind of ricochets off to the floor.
Huh.
Oh. Neat.
Any
Do
sign
you
of
share with us
cracking?
that you need us to stay away from it for a little bit?
What?
Did you share with us you need us to stay 15 feet back from it?
You don't have to be 15 feet back from it. You have to be back from me.
So would you
Yeah,
warn them
I'll
before
share
you
it.
sprint it off? Okay,
Yeah.
so something like, just keep away from me.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry!
Alright.
I didn't mean it! Varus.
I can't get right up to this thing, so I want to move to about here.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy hitters in the front, squishy in the back.
I'm gonna crossbow it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna crossbow.
Where are you aiming?
Typically with these things, the jewels on top, while they're not a weakness, you make it angry.
Okay, so you're aiming at one of the jewels?
Yep. Varus' big book of monsters. This one's a footnote.
You actually, you watch as you pull up, and as the arrow flies through the air, it literally slaps it out of the air.
Okay, about 13.
Okay, so it's like that.
Sorry.
Hallis. Bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
After 2, you don't get any more.
You alright, Lex?
Yeah, I'm just sore and tired.
We'll be wrapping up here soon. This is the last encounter for the night.
One way or another.
3 hours later.
I'm gonna chuck a hand axe at it.
All right.
We are now in a riddle contest with it.
Okay. Where are you aiming?
It's dead center.
Okay. Same thing happens. You hear a deep thunk as the hand axe hits with the glass. You do see a small fracture of cracking. But as you do so, you notice... roll me a perception check, actually. See if you're actually looking around. Okay. You notice that the sapphire kind of starts shimmering a little bit as the hand axe hits it. And there's a small blue flare in the glass.
The sapphire attached to the thing itself.
Yep, to the top of the sarcophagus.
And that's pretty much all I can do. It's not close enough for me to smack it with my shield.
Okay, Othrix.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at it.
All right.
So... Ray of Frost, normal... I didn't do anything. Okay. Okay, it's a ranged attack, so it's a d20 plus my dex.
You funny, Sarge.
Sorry. I wanted to do a laser show while he was doing that. Quick, everybody. Get on Varus.
Who's missing in my character sheet?
Me, sorry. I'm trying to fix it.
Okay.
Oh my god, all of your spells just disappeared. What the fuck just happened?
What are you doing?
No.
Undo.
What the hell happened?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what you do?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Alright, what is this? Ray of
What just
Frost.
happened?
Oh my gosh, really?
This is why I had you guys save it separately.
This is why I write my character sheets down.
That's weird.
Alright, well.
Alright,
Okay.
Ray of Frost, 1 action, 60 feet, VS. Frigid beam of blue-white light streaks toward creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Well, I don't hit.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Yep. So it kind of same thing. It hits the glass, and like after the fourth or fifth hit, you guys are starting to realize it's a bit harder than it looks. So the frost kind of hits it and just flies off to one side.
That's weird. They're there, but they're invisible, and I don't know why.
All right.
There it is. Got it.
So the sarcophagus starts moving around, basically like unhooks itself from its tubes and starts scuttling backwards. And one of the hands reaches downward with its fingers pointed toward the floor, and a small hole opens up in front of its palm. And Hallis, you are going to be targeted.
You're the only one to damage it so far.
Okay, so 8 does definitely not hit.
No.
So you notice that basically like a dark shadow launches from its hand and impacts directly below your feet, leaving a fairly large spike of just like dark crystal embedded into the floor. That would have gone straight through you. Like, it was long enough. You're like, holy shit, these are practically javelins.
That's not good.
And you hear a mechanical click as it rolls its hands back up into a fist and then pulls back into a palm once more. So now it will be Bia.
I'm gonna use my second and final rage of the day to get incredibly angry at this entire creepy situation.
I'm just pissed at this general environment.
I do not like this. I prefer boats where it is nice and there's no evil sarcophaguses attempting to kill me.
What boats have you been on?
Good
The
ones.
bad ones. The not exciting ones.
The boring ones.
I'm gonna toss a javelin at it because I'm not in range to melee.
Okay.
I think I can get a javelin that far.
What the fuck is up
Oh,
with
yeah.
your sheet, Othix?
I don't know. You're the one who screwed it up. It was fine.
It wasn't because you weren't rolling your stuff correctly.
It's alright. We can fix it later. That's fine. Alright, so 15 to hit. It ricochets off.
And I use my inspiration this one time.
Its AC is above 15.
Generally, I would ask you guys to declare that before you roll. But yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. In this case,
Nah,
go
I
ahead.
can wait till next time.
Go ahead. Everybody has that one where I can remind them. It has been a bit since somebody has tried to do it, so I don't mind giving it to you. But just from now on, so everybody knows, if you want to use an inspiration, if you feel that it's not going, or you really want to make sure, tell me before you roll. Go ahead.
So, just making sure it didn't hit on the 15.
It did not hit on the 15,
Got it.
Mr. Tracker. Okay. So in this, actually, you so you throw one, and it's bad. It's off the course, hits off one of the joints, like fractures itself on the floor. But then you whip out another one. Like, all right, I know where to hit this time. And you actually manage to hit it in the cracked area that Varus had hit before. And the spear actually goes through the glass.
Ouch.
Oh,
You notice, as that occurs, though, the emerald up top flashes.
Uh-oh.
And there's a small burst of emerald light around the spear.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
If we touch the thing. Oh god.
Athalia,
Shit.
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Uh-huh.
You gonna cannonball? That's what I
They're
used to call it.
Where's 30 feet again?
Where you're at.
Here,
Right
Lex.
There you go.
Okay, can I still do stuff?
Yeah.
Within 15 of it.
Okay.
Flap, flap, zap, zap, bitches.
So describe to me how you cast Thunderwave.
Nice.
Well, I kind of imagine her like standing up and being kind of dramatic about it, and then right as she casts it, she like jumps up and like lands at the same time she casts it.
Okay, and then like a sonic boom erupts from her feet kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's always been kind of the player.
All right, so he needs to make Constitution.
That would be Thunderwave.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thunderwave doesn't go all the way around you. It comes out of you in a 15 by 15 square.
It'd be more like...
So roll 2d8.
Me?
Yep. 1, 2.
How do I do that again?
So
Slash.
/R
Okay.
space 2d8.
I can never remember that.
That's okay. 12 damage.
It already did 12 damage, actually. That's what it rolled on the spell when she rolled it, too.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep. Fuck.
I was going to say, all of her spells should work because I set them up.
Okay. So you see the onyx gem light up, and there's a black, almost liquid that seeps through the entirety of the sarcophagus for a moment as it basically gets thrown up against one of the alcoves. You hear a resounding crash as it breaks into the books and shelves behind it and starts scrabbling upward, trying to recover from the push that it just suffered.
Cool.
Good hit. Varus.
Oh. Can I make it that 30 feet?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Now, this is a raised platform, so you'd kind of be scrabbling over it, but there's nothing that would count as like dangerous terrain between you and it.
Alright. Sword and board, spending my inspiration, and gonna be spending one of my spell slots for a divine surge.
All right.
You can actually declare that after you make contact.
I figured I'd just do it all now. So I spend the inspiration, and I get advantage on this attack, correct?
That's correct. That means you roll 2d20,
Okay.
and you pick the best.
Just rolling the regular first.
Oh no, that has it up top where it has the green.
No, I know. No, I'm rolling the regular attack and surge separately because I'm not going to try to make that play well tonight.
Gotcha.
I added a smite button to your sheet.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you have a smite button.
So 22. And this is piercing damage.
Yes, it is.
I said that you had. Which one was it? The javelin was piercing.
Okay, the first 10 is piercing damage. The other 12 is radiant energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, describe to me how you hit it. How does your stuff manifest here?
Varus just pulls out the sword and shield, just starts hustling over the little raised platform, using it to jump, and just trying to get either follow through where the javelin was or hit one of those stones.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this soft light surrounds him about the time his feet leave the platform.
You doing like a 300 jump? Like jump and stab?
More or less, yeah. Kind of like a
360.
Nice.
Just out, arm back, and then trying to stab in before he lands.
Okay. You do manage to basically follow right into the hole that the javelin had created, and the soft light explodes as soon as it touches the black liquid inside of the sarcophagus. And you hear just this mechanical screech erupt from it as the radiant light basically pierces into it. It's so bad that as you can see the sapphire light attempting to, engage where the javelin is and repel your sword. You can feel it trying to push it out. And then you notice as the sapphire starts growing brighter and brighter, it finally explodes and shatters.
Yes! Nice.
Hallis.
Alright.
I guess the whole divine instrument thing is kind of nice.
Maybe it has its perks.
A paladin against a evil entity? No.
No.
I'll save those comments for after.
Run right up here, and I'm gonna try to stab it.
Stabby.
Stab.
Oh my god. Okay, so as literally as soon as his sword leaves, yours enters, and you actually get a big chunk of the ribs and just fucking slice them off of the skeleton itself. You notice that this time there is no bright flash of any light. It just went right in.
Man, I'm gonna try to just bash this thing as well.
Okay.
Just kind of those funky little legs it has. I'm just gonna try to sweep them with the shield.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Sweep the legs.
Sweep the legs.
It's screaming as you do it because again, it's just like you can tell it's never quite been hit before, and it actually manages to fall. You push it back, right? Not fall prone.
No, I'm trying to knock it prone.
Okay, you're trying to knock it prone. Yeah, in this case, you would definitely knock it prone. What did I have with that one?
I'm just like running up, slamming that sword in, just like ripping it out and just spinning around and slapping, like smashing its legs out from underneath it with the shield.
Yep, it's trying to scrabble upward as it's going down. It doesn't quite get it. Othrix.
Okay, for one, I'm sorry for drawing that little line there. That was not my intention. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. These guys are in my line of sight, right? Like,
there's
a bunch of guys in front of it. Okay, so I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna move up there.
Okay.
So I can get a better shot at it.
Oh, it's a large creature. You can fire through comrades.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just then I'll move more down here, right up to kind of be a.
Help me, Bia.
You're my only hope. Okay, and I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost again since it's a cantrip, and I can do this as many times as I bloody well please.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use Inspiration to give me advantage this time around.
All right.
So that is no longer there. So.
Not to be the bearer of bad news, but ranged attacks have disadvantage when a creature is prone.
Oh, it's prone.
Yep, it is prone.
Okay, so it's just gonna be a regular roll then.
Yeah, you would upgrade it to a regular roll.
Okay.
Yep, with your inspiration.
Okay, that works then.
I mean, we did sweep the leg.
Johnny! Okay, what is it? Okay, so it's a d20 plus 2. Please. Dang it!
Nope, it's scrabbling around too much. You actually managed to blast the alcove behind it and freeze all of the books that are back there.
Damn it! I was gonna read those.
There goes the knowledge.
The sarcophagus picks itself up, and it is not happy. It's just lets out this super feral scream, and this whole time the skeleton has not moved, except for now, as the arm reaches itself out and thrusts through the opening in its glass, and grabs Hallis, or grabs at Hallis. So let's see if this hits. What is your AC?
17.
It hits. All right, so you are taking.
Wait, where does it say it hits?
You didn't
I rolled GM side.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So. Wait, what is this? Give me a sec. I think I wrote this down, right?
Just wasted my inspiration.
Sorry.
It happens, dude. That's why you get it back for good role playing. It's not in here. Fuck. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry. Apparently, I wrote it down.
He tickles you. He can't do anything. It's a skeleton. So he just tickles you.
He just reaches in and finds that tickle spot. This is actually the Lord Fluffykins, Lord of Tickles and Giggles.
Oh, this is all big misunderstanding.
We're so sorry, Mr. Tickles.
Dude, can you tell us exactly how to defeat the Ashfall? Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
End the campaign.
There it is. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't say that.
No, that's the wrong one. Where the hell is it? There it is. Sorry, guys. 1 second. 1d6 plus 2. Okay, so you're taking 3 damage. And then make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
So you feel it reaches out and grabs you by the throat. Like, it is quick. You were not expecting it. And just kind of wraps its skeletal, drippy, slimy fucking fingers around your throat and just starts squeezing. But even as you feel the air start to get cut off, you feel something else. Almost like whatever's going on around you, you just feel more tired. Like it's fatiguing you. And as you see it, that onyx stone on top of its sarcophagus starts glowing again, and the viscous liquid inside of it, the sarcophagus, starts getting darker, and yeah. So but as it's kind of holding you, it just like pushes you away all of a sudden. As it, and again, you just feel more tired afterward. Bia.
Yes.
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 Yes, Queen.
That's what we're trying to avoid
I'm
here, I
gonna-
think.
I think 10 feet is enough that I can poke it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm just really. This has not been a good day for me. This is just. I'm not used to this. So I'm gonna stab it really hard with my pike.
Okay. Commence the stabbing. It's you're trying to get into it, but Hallis actually gets in the way as he's kind of being thrown back.
I go from trying to stab it to trying to like half-heartedly keep him from falling on
Oh
top
Jesus!
of me.
I mean, it is a boarding pike too, so it's got that wicked fucking hook on the back end too. You're like, oh,
Like,
oh
no,
Jesus!
no. Don't fall on that.
Don't impale yourself, you bastard. Anything else that you would like to do?
Flick it off.
Go for it. I think that's a free action. Just start
That's
angrily cursing.
I do believe there's a free action.
Athalia? We're almost done, Lex. I think you're muted.
Oops. I was. I also didn't know what to do with my character because I could throw another dagger, but that seems like a bad idea, and getting close, it seems like an even worse idea.
We're all up here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it anyway.
I mean, you can do that. You can also, I mean, has anybody else communicated the stones to anybody else at this point?
I've probably noticed it.
I'm a little distracted with being angry at the world right now.
So make me an investigation check real quick then, Athalia.
Okay. Boop. Investigation. Boop.
Okay.
No.
You are you're starting to piece things together because these things start lighting up as it's getting hit. You're fairly convinced that these things are spells that it's casting on itself, and those are just kind of the focuses for it.
You're the
Okay.
focus for it.
Can I still like hit it?
Oh yeah, you can specifically aim for them if you want to. It looks like, however, from your investigation check, that you have to damage it internally for those stones to break.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 22 to hit definitely hits. You're stabbing with the rapier as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes right in. You're actually describe to me how you hit it.
I'm just gonna stab for the nearest part that looks like I can stab into.
That would probably be its leg joints.
Well, then I'm gonna stab into a leg joint.
There's a very satisfying crunch, and so what looks like ball bearings start falling out of it, and a small bit of grease drips off your sword as it just screams in agony.
Neat.
Varus. Varus.
I'm thinking stab it again.
Stabby stabby.
Hey, you can't beat a classic.
If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
That ain't Baroque. I love that joke.
Okay.
Nice stabby. Good hit.
So, I assume you're going for the same hole again?
Yeah. You know.
You actually managed to cut off the hand as it's withdrawing back into it.
Okay, between 7.
And you just hear it start to cry out as the other hand reaches down to wrap around it. And all of a sudden, there's just a series of cracks that start developing around that hole. As it just starts splintering and cracking. All of the gems start lighting up on top, and it looks like they're heating up from the inside. And soon after, each one starts exploding. Just showering gemstones everywhere. And finally, with a crack, the glass itself just caves in, and black ichor just falls out. The skeleton itself hits the floor, and you can see it kind of start to try to pick itself up and then fall back to the floor. The whole sarcophagus falls over backwards, and the lights go dim.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that wasn't a god, or we're way more powerful than I thought we were.
Fuck that thing.
Hey, even gods bleed.
If anything, it was a servant, I would assume.
Wasn't somebody talking about a archmage that had lived down here?
Don't recall.
Nobody talked about it. I told you about it.
Yes. Oh, I did. Well,
oh, that was me. I said that.
I was talking to
Look how
myself.
smart I am.
Well, if I do recall correctly, there was an archmage who had been rumored to live down here. I think we might have found him and the results of his research.
That's disappointing.
Especially for an archmage.
So what I want to do, some of us, yeah, I thought it was a good session. Way to go, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. What I want you guys to do for me is we're going to start getting the A to A in character involved a little bit for this upcoming week. Okay. And what I want you to do is kind of tell me what you guys want to do for the scene. If there's anything you want to look at here, there is a limited amount of time before you're expected back up on top side. So if you want to do any research into it, you want to do investigation checks, you want to know more about the scene, post it in the in-character chat. Okay. Interact with each other as well, too. Just kind of like as you walk around, because I may not be necessarily on at that point in time. And head back to the tumbling rocks when you can.
Okay.
And then we'll pick up from there next session.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. What I want you guys to do is I want you to have your characters reflect, because they are now level 3. And give me a quick explanation as to, again, how they have garnered their new abilities.
Neat.
Right now?
No. Then, when we get into basically before the next session, I want you guys to kind of look over what powers you do get, and then tell me why your character specifically has developed these talents. Whether or not they meditate, they go and find... And I'm open for anything on these. I think I kind of showed it last time as I went through with each of y'all. It can be an encounter that you have somewhere in the Undercity with somebody else that kind of reveals these things to you. Could be a moment of introspection. In Varus's case, probably talking to his deity, but I don't want it to be narrowed for you guys. This is just kind of a personal development time for your characters. So if you have something that you want them to address internally, such as, hey, holy shit, we just fought a fucking skeleton that was in a machine. What am I getting myself into? This would be the time to do it. So take this as more of an introspective character development moment. If you want to do it with somebody else, feel free. Again, the A to A is in here. If you want to discuss it with me, say, hey, Sarge, I think myself and Bia, Authorix and Bia could probably do something that could overlap our character development. This would be a really cool idea. Or you guys as a group want to do it. That's fine. But just talk to each other, figure out what you want to do. But we'll call it here.
Cool.
So let's go through real quick. One good thing, one bad thing about this session. We'll start from the top to the bottom as normal. So, Josh.
One good thing. I like the creep factor. I like the dungeon crawl. I've missed that in many a campaign. So I enjoyed the creep factor, the dungeon crawl. One thing I didn't like, I played my character a bit too well.
Well, it's definitely worth it, for sure.
Yeah.
At least I think so. Maddie.
One good thing, I really enjoyed punt kicking spiders. It's very therapeutic. One bad thing, it ended.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alas, they all have to end sometime.
Yeah.
Lexi?
I don't know. There's a lot of good things. Not a whole lot of bad things. I guess my favorite part, or a good part, was just the setup to the big bad guy that we fought.
Yeah, honestly, good tension building there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was really trying to, because otherwise it's just a normal fight. You know, I wanted to give you guys something. I mean, it wasn't that hard for you guys, and the catch I wanted to put in didn't quite go off, but that's okay. You guys seemed like you had a lot of fun with it anyway.
To be fair, the way you played it up, I was generally worried we were about to all die. Quite frankly, I really was.
I'm glad that I made that Constitution save. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So I'll say it afterward. Go ahead. So Lexi, that was one good thing. Any bad things? Anything we can work on?
The only bad thing, I guess, is I might need to work on my character because I didn't like that she wouldn't have done that. Like that she wouldn't have gone in the cave opening, the hole in the wall, whatever.
Okay.
With the rest of the group, like they're her friends, so she should go with them.
Okay, and maybe that's something that we can work on with your level up too. Is maybe her introspecting as to, well, shit, why did I do that? You know, I've never done this for anybody else, so why is this different? You know, maybe reveal something about herself along the way.
Okay.
John, good thing, bad thing?
Good thing is it feels like we're actually getting somewhere. Bad thing? Tough one. I got a little lost in the middle. Just, I don't know what it was tonight. Maybe I'm tired. I just completely stopped paying attention.
Okay. It is late. We were up late last night too, so that might be part of it.
No, we were up early.
Yeah, we went to bed, I think, 6 a.m.?
I didn't go to bed till 7.
Oh, good.
That's better than me and Maddie, so.
Good thing for me, I loved how you guys reacted to the characters, or to the plot, pretty much. This was a very important scene. It sets up a few future things. So I'm glad that you guys got invested in it, and I cannot wait to show you how this pays off in the future. Bad thing for me, it seemed a bit easy from my side. I'm used to providing a bit more of a challenge, so I'll try and work on that a bit more in the future. Again, still feeling out how you guys react and how you play, so eventually I'll be able to give a more challenging encounter without team killing. I'll put it that way, like the first one, because that was a big threat. And I'm like, that's not a good foot to set everything off on.
A little while it takes knowing how well the group handles it, threats and how much damage they can output and stuff. It takes a little while to get that down.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm not offended. I'm not upset. Like, it's definitely not a bad thing. I want to make sure that you guys are having fun, and I know part of that is a challenge. So, and then Garrett, good thing, bad thing.
Really like the roleplay didn't stop just because we were in combat most of the session. I like that because that's a problem I kind of have in my other group. Like, once combat starts, all roleplay stops, and I hate that. I want like the roleplay to continue through battle. I want there to be like descriptions of what's going on and like how you're fighting things. I really like that you like kind of enforced that, like how you hitting this thing. I like that.
And that's something that I try and do with all of it. If you guys hit and you do well, awesome. You describe it. Tell me how you hit it. If you miss, I describe how it misses. If I hit, I describe it. If I miss, I let you guys take over how it misses. Because AC is just a really rough number that describes not only your ability to move out of the way, but you can literally just soak the hit. And I think I really got that with the digger of just, oh no, it's made of metal. You're not getting through it super easy.
Yeah, you're hitting it, but it's just not doing shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool. Wilson.
I like how I didn't notice that when we were.
No, I didn't notice that at all. Yeah, exactly. I had
standing on it.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't notice that until just now.
Yeah.
Nice. Way to go, guys. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to meet with me after sometime this week. Come up, like I said, come up with in the A to A in character chat that we have in Discord. Post what you guys want to do in here, because I don't want to continue this session much longer. I know there's a few people that have either work tomorrow or have to be up early tomorrow. So, yeah, post that. I'll respond when I can. If you want to do something privately, obviously DM me. And then by the next session, I want to have either sat down with all of you or gotten a heads up on what your level up does and how your character got there. And if you need any ideas, feel free to talk to me. I love character development. I love using that endpoint as a way to force that kind of character development. So, any questions? We all good?
Yeah. Yep.
Good session?
Sounding good?
Just adds on to a concept my character already follows anyway.
Josh, I don't know if you took it already. Go ahead and take an inspiration for not allowing the party to rest and pressing forward.
Okay.
That was very much in character, and I really appreciate you sticking to that one, even though you knew it was bad for the party. Thankfully, it didn't seriously undermine anything, but I like it when you guys act on your flaws, and that definitely was a big one for you. You were super excited, and you're like, wait, shit, this was a bad idea, we need to go, and it's alive. Crap. So, all right, I'll call it the end of the session there. If you guys have anything else to talk to me afterward, feel free, but I guess we can say bye to the stream now.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
It's the Viper!